is a show about things we struggle with, the ones we don't always talk about. Each episode is a real conversation meant to remind us that speaking honestly about what we're carrying doesn't make us weak. It's about finding clarity, encouragement, and the reminder that we're not alone in the struggle. This is Wonderfully Difficult.
On the pressures of trying to seem like you have it all together all the time. Do you feel like you have any pressure to pretend like you have it all together, or do you have it all together all the time?
Nah, I ain't never got it together all the time. There are it's a lot of times where I feel like I gotta make it seem like only because you never want to be the person that seem like you the weakest link in the group. You know what I'm saying? Or the weakest person in the crowd. And that's a pressure. That's a
I
hmm.
feel like it does it. I don't even think it's something that we may do on purpose. I feel like it might be kind of like a unwritten rule because no one's ever sat me down and was like, "Hey, man, you can't be the weakest link in the room. You can't be, uh, you can't not have it all together." Like no one's ever sat down and made that stipulation on life. But it seems like it's a rule that we as men have taken on.
Because we all want to seem like we got it all together. So it's a front. Some most of us married. In my friend group, a lot of people I'm around all in relationships. You know what I'm saying? You have fathers, you got mothers, you got man, just people, normal people, regular people in life. We never want to seem like the person that's on the outskirts of perfection. Everybody always want to be perfect. And I guess that's kind of what that seemed like because I want to be the person that everybody look at and be like, oh, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the one. Nobody want to be the one that's in the corner. You know what I'm saying? In there,
Right.
and you really backed in the corner. And being backed in that corner is a place that at times I do feel like we need to be because if you in that place back in the corner, somebody might look at you and be like, "Hey, he need help before he, you know." Or
Right.
I don't know, I don't know if this person need help, but let me go talk to him. Let me go holler at him right quick. Let me see what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my dog all right. You know, let me make sure you're all right. But when we put that front that we all got it together out there, then yeah,
Yeah, because if everybody is playing the same front, then the people who are actually struggling, which is pretty much all of us, at some form or
right,
fashion, we're all struggling with something. Um, but if the next man is presenting themselves like they have it all together and they have all the answers, then it makes the person who is struggling struggle even more because then it feels like, well, man, they got it together. Look, he's doing everything right. He's got it all together. I'm the one that doesn't have it together. But then in reality, we're thinking the same thing.
right. And
But
communication though,
nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody
right,
wants to pretend like they got it. All in the
right.
meantime, everybody's struggling trying to get through it.
Because communication, think about it. So you got a group of friends together. You might have somebody that's not always a part of the group, or everybody that's a part of the group. We all laugh and joke at all in all matters. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you had a heart to heart not too long ago, but it's like I wouldn't have known it, and you wouldn't have known it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But it's just the way the conversation happened. But man, just having conversation, the one-on-one conversations that happen with men, you know what I'm saying? With genuine relationships, not people who you just walk up to somebody and talk to them. Don't happen like
Right.
that.
Right.
You
You
know
don't
what I'm
have enough
saying?
time to build that relationship so you can take off the mask or you can pull the curtain back to be like, hey man, I trust you enough with this information. I can be vulnerable with you. I can let you in on what it really looks like. Because all this stuff that you see on on the outside that I'm portraying, that's really not me, man. Look, come this way. Let me get you this backstage pass. Let me show you what it really looks like.
Yeah,
And
like that.
you can't do that to some random person at Walmart.
Nah, it got to be with somebody who you genuinely vibe with. You know what I'm saying? Because in like me and my partner, me and Sid, like, bro, we had those conversations. I got a partner, John. We have those conversations. My partner, Ty G, we have those conversations. You know what I'm saying? And there's no right or wrong, and there's no that's wrong or that's right. But it is a conversation that's needed. Because the more we hold it in, dog, we don't get better. We get worse.
No,
It really hurt our character as a person.
sure do.
Your kids lose. Your family lose. Your wife lose. Or if you're not married, just the people that you involve with, your everyday life people, they lose who you truly are. Your work ethic lose because we always trying to portray something that's not really us because we trying to oppose something that don't even matter. Man,
Right.
I'm not here yet. I'm not there yet. I ain't perfect
The
yet.
only person that you're hurting is yourself.
Right.
Because if you're holding it all in and you're not talking about it and you're putting up a front 24/7, well, there's no time for you to reflect and grow if you're constantly putting on a facade and you're constantly trying to pretend like you got it together. I mean, I understand that, in life, there's certain things where you got to fake it till you make it. I know you've heard that. Everybody's heard that. Everybody's done that. But when it comes to your mental health and it comes to the communication and it comes to checking on people and all that kind of stuff. Like that's to me, that's one of the topics that you can't just fake it till you make it because you ain't never gonna make it if you constantly faking it because you're not
Right.
being able to learn. You're holding yourself back because in all reality, any all these conversations that me and you've had one on one, not one time have you said something that you were struggling with or that you were going through where I was looking at you like, man, really? You let that get to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never once looked down on anything that you said. So, with that being said, why are we putting up a front if the person that you're talking to is willing to help you and not trying to put you down?
Because it's one, it's the music. It's the environment we grew up in. Everybody's a big timer. Everybody a no limit soldier. You hear me? Everybody, everybody Lil Wayne. I'm gonna pick the world up and I'm gonna drop it on your yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's dead. Everybody's the next big thing popping. That's
Like
all
that's
we see.
huge. We playing in the sand.
Yeah, like all we see is the pop. We never see the growth before the pop. You know what I'm saying? Or, like not even the growth before before the popularity. It's we don't see the growth before the man becomes a man. You know what I'm saying? We don't see the struggles of the man until you see him in ICU because he done took pills and now he dead. Until you see him, he done drunk so much alcohol till his liver collapsed. Now he dead, or he asking for a liver transplant. And those the things. I'm gonna be honest. That's something that we really need to look into because we don't recognize that. All we recognize is the popularity part, what they do, who they are, what they got. But then what they doing, how they killing their body, how we killing our body, how we going through taking these drugs and ain't no telling if this pill that I'm popping in my mouth got fentanyl in it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no
Right.
telling if that drink I'm drinking on every day, never taking a break. Yes, I'm talking about me. But uh like what you doing in your body, not eating healthy, not doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Not exercising. We don't see those things. All we see is that. So we kind of feed into the process of the oh they got this, they got that, they got that. They said this, they said this, they said that. This what they want. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just what they want. But at the end of the day, man, I do want to live to see my great grandkids. So you know,
Yeah,
change is what they say. Change is inevitable
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. Change is inevitable. It's gonna happen no matter what you try to do to it.
Yeah,
The time will change everything. That's up to you whether it changes for the good or for the bad.
right. So hey, prepare yourself for the change. Get yourself better for the change. Make yourself better for that. Like we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but
Change
I can tell you,
change that's done willingly feels a lot different than change that you have no choice but to do.
right, right. Hey, one thing I can say: if you let life force you to change, it's very painful.
Yeah, it can be. It can be very painful for sure. But there's certain decisions that you can make that will may be painful in the moment, but it still feels different whenever you make that choice on your own and you say, you know what? I'm gonna struggle through this, but I'm doing it because I feel like this is what I need to do. Versus like, man, I ain't got no choice. What else I'm gonna do? There's no other option, and it's
Right,
a completely different mind space whenever you make the decision to change, versus like you said, waiting for life to do it for you, because life don't always pick the best change. It ain't always the one that you might want or not want, but I mean, we gotta, like you said, man, we gotta do better. We gotta do better as far as being vulnerable, but we gotta be vulnerable in a good way, because the subject matter that we're talking about and the whole deal that we're trying to push. I'm not trying to sit up here and make a man not be a man, because that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to sit up here and say, "Hey man, all we need to do is walk around and be vulnerable and talk about our feelings all the time." Like that's not the goal. The goal is to be like, man, you as a man, there are things that you're going to have to do that you're just going to have to do because that's what we got to do. But
right.
but you can also take a day, reach out to a friend, have a mental health day. I'm not saying focus on it all the time, because if that's the case, if you're consumed by it, then that's all that's on your mind, and then you're never going to be able to progress and get the things in life that need to be done. But you definitely can't just sit back and fake it till you make it and pretend like you got it all together and you're not struggling, because sometimes, I'm not going to say that it's too late, but man, I couldn't I couldn't imagine once upon a time in my life where I was going through all the things that I went through, and all the darkness and all the demons and all the different things. And I couldn't imagine if I still sat here to this day and didn't try to move past it and just kind of keep faking it till I made it. And it's such a freeing feeling when you can connect with people that care and have a positive mindset, and just the environment of which it brings, man. Like um I get excited in a way to have these type of conversations with people. I feel like it's much needed, and I feel like a lot of people are scared of it. um and I think the reason where the fear, I don't even know, I don't know if scared is the right word, but I don't think people
Yeah,
fully understand it. And the fact that they don't understand it, they never done it. A lot of people are fearful of things that they don't know. But the only way to know is to do it. And in my experience of trying to go down this life path, it's been nothing but positive. It's been nothing but eye opening. It's been nothing but weight lifted off my shoulders. Not one bad thing has happened in the realm of trying to spread this message and have these conversations with people. Man, it's been nothing but 100% positive and 100% beneficial.
we go through life sometimes and we don't understand the good from the bad. We don't understand it. Hey, bro, like I told you, my friend group, those what 3, 4 people I named. That's just a very few. I got more that I talk to. I got my sister. I got my brother. I got my mama. Like I got a community of people I talk to. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I don't care what I'm going through in life. Like I can call them. They don't judge. Now, I don't know what they do on the phone. If y'all see this, y'all comment in the section what y'all say behind my back. Do that for me. But nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. But nah, they don't judge. They don't. They don't sit there and tell you you ain't nothing because you going through something. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of people I like to surround myself around. You know, uh, they help me think clearer, better. And I think if we had a community of men to sit around us and people that we can go to, even if it's not a man, if a man is going through a struggle and he could find somebody that he could communicate with, woman, man, you know what I'm saying? If it's his dog, hey, if your dog talk back to you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let that be your refuge, you know? But at the end of the day, like, we need people, bro. We need somewhere we can go to get it off of us because when we going through anything mentally, physically, emotionally, if we don't have nobody to talk to, then who are you around every day? Do they really care? Do they really matter? If I'm not that comfortable, or maybe the person that you're around every day is in the same space you in, but y'all don't understand. That person don't know that you going through a situation. So
Y'all both
it's a
too
sub.
busy faking it till you make it.
Yeah, it's a subject that they want to talk about, but they just don't know how to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So, I mean, just if it's somebody that you really love and you can trust with your life, you know, back in the day, we had a saying like, man, I trust you with my life, dog. If I trust you with my life, I could trust you with being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I can trust you with expressing these feelings and letting you know, bro, I'm going through something right now. You know, that might help you from jumping off that bridge. I had a saying, like 3, 4 years ago. I was on the phone with one of my partners and we was talking. I was like, he said something. I say, hey, bro, if you want to jump off the bridge, jump. But when you jump, let me be your parachute. You ain't got to splash into the water, guide into it. If somebody in your corner, let them be your parachute. If I got you, dog, no matter what, if I die for you, dog, you know, that's how we grew up. I die for my dog. Bro, I don't care what happened, bro. I got your back, whatever. Or however different racists say it. But, you know, at the end of the day, like if somebody really got your back like that, hey, be my parachute. Don't be the knife to it. And if I trust you like that, I can trust you to talk to you. I'm a parachute to everybody that I know. I hope I'm a parachute to everybody I know. I try to be that person.
Right. But I feel like, you know, another positive thing about people seeing like-minded individuals like we're doing right now. You know, we just hadn't had time to do an episode, so we just got on here without really a direction, just to kind of have a conversation. But I feel like even conversations like this go to show other people who may be experiencing it but not know how to talk about it or not think that it's okay to talk about it. But the fact that we can just sit up here and run it, and we may be giving the courage to someone else that might be struggling. Like, hey, look, man, we all going through it. I'm going through it. He's going through it. We're not sitting up here saying that we do got it figured out. It might look like I got it figured out sometimes, but I promise you I don't. And I'm making it up half the time as we go. But I feel like the only way to get this progress that we're trying to get is to have the conversations and put the walls down. You know, again, be cautious to who you put the walls down, because everybody that you meet ain't
Right.
out here to help you. Everybody out here ain't good people. But at the same time, they are good people. But you got to let the wall down to figure it out. So
Right.
I feel
But
like by doing that, and you can spread the word, and we can get the ball rolling, and to once everybody can understand, like, man, if you could just open up to just, it ain't got to be the world, just a few good people, and man, it'll really open your eyes up, and you don't realize how much tension that you keep right in this area, and like right up in here, like you don't
that
realize
crook,
it in
that crook you wake up with every morning, twice a
right.
month, you know what I'm saying? That's tension.
You don't realize, man, how there's been several conversations that me and you've sat up on the phone and talked about life and different aspects and different walks, and we get off the phone, man, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize I had that tension on me today, but I feel a sense of relief just from having a conversation. I mean, we didn't do anything for each other, and besides have a conversation. But man, conversations, we could change the world if we can all start talking the same way.
Right. It- It's no different. It was the episode you had. I can't remember who it was, but y'all you was like all men. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody go through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? A man goes through a man's struggle. You ain't saying in those words. I'm chopping and screwing and doing all that to it, but
Right,
but
right.
no, it's like we all go through the same kind of struggles, the same situations, because that's what a man is. The difference is back in the day, and it did kind of make our grandparents stronger and our fathers stronger when they held it in. But what I thought was strength back then as a child, uh, in some aspects, it was toxic. Like I told you earlier when you was talking to your daughter, I said, bro, can you imagine if our parents talked to us like that back in the day, bro? The understanding factor of it, you know what I'm saying? The loving factor of it, but at the same time letting you know, hey, remember, this happened before. This time it's gonna change. This time pay attention because now you know what happens. So this time pay attention. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so you gave the strength, but you also gave the care. Like all that matters in life, man. I
Right.
feel it too. I feel
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah. I mean, not to. Everybody was raised differently, and everybody's got their
Right.
different beliefs on parenting and all that. But some, I'm guilty as well. But sometimes because I said so ain't always the best answer. I mean, it'll get you out of a bind a lot of times, and I do agree with the discipline part. Um, the child does need to realize that there are decisions that I make because I am the father and I am the leader. I am the parent. So there are certain things that you just need to do because I told you to do them. But if we answer every single question with because I told you to do it, we're not helping them grow. We're not, there are very few things where because I said so, it makes sense. But if the kid's gonna, you break it down something simple like the kid's trying to play in the street or something, and you telling them, "Hey, get out the street, get off the road, take the bikes on the sidewalk, don't go on the road." And then they're like, "Well, I want to do it." It's like, "Well, because I said so. That's why."
Right.
But in all reality, yes, because I said so. But there's cars coming down this road and they're not paying attention to you riding on this bike. So if they're not paying attention and you just minding your business and then they come and sideswipe you and now everybody's life has changed. But sometimes not every situation needs an explanation, but sometimes they do.
They all do because like you say, because I say so. So if you take because I say so, your child grew up like, oh well, I ain't gotta listen to that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm old enough to do whatever I want to do. But if we don't break it down to them, hey, I want you to have fun. I want you to I want you to go out and be yourself. I want you to do that. I just want you to be careful. And this why I want you to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, sometimes like because I said so, man. You got to give these kids the information. You got to give them the knowledge if you want them to continue to grow and be aware of their surroundings. It's important that we give them the information, and that's kind of where I'm at when I parent, whether it's good or bad. I like to at least give them an explanation. Some people might not agree with that. They might, some of the old school people are like, the because I said so is the law, and I agree with that in a way. But my job is to try to help them become a better person than I am. So the only way that I can try to do that is if I can give them the information that I have, and all the information I have might not be correct, but if they can start off with a little bit of understanding of something, um, I feel like it's a free thing that I can give them to help them maybe not go through as many struggles that I had to go through.
Right. And it's coming from a loving place. So, and like I heard you talk to your child earlier. I talked to mine the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it come from a loving place. It's not a direct man or yelling or frustration place. It's direct. It's just letting you know, like, hey, I'm here. I never want you not to talk to me. I done heard get out the street before from my parents. And I think, on my episode, I hit my first episode, how my dad and mom, like, they talked to us. Like, it was very calm, straightforward. But then I've been around other parents that tell their kids, get your MF and A out the MF and street, and ain't no cars coming down the road. And the kids instantly go into this mode that's like, oh, like that rage because it's like you hit them with rage, they react with rage.
Right.
And
That becomes
that's
normal.
my yeah, it becomes normal to them. And then when they get older, now they hitting with rage all over the place because they've always been hit with rage. When I parent my kids, I like talking to my kids a certain way because it makes them process it. I say that it they process it different. A child can't process anger.
Right.
They can
You
process
gotta give
love.
them you gotta give them more tools than just rage. You gotta give
Right.
them problem solving skills because I mean, me and you both work in a maintenance type environment, and 90% of our day comes from problem solving. Not everything you walk up to is you can read a book and on a manual and fix it. Sometimes you got to have some workarounds and try to figure out what's going on. But
Right.
like you said, though, if something goes wrong in your household and you're just yelling at everybody all the time, well, then that's all they got. That so whenever they're faced with some kind of difficult situation or some kind of problem that's not going their way or whatever the situation may be, all they got is all right. Well, I guess we got to get mad because that's all I ever saw.
Reaction time.
Right, right.
Boom.
Flip this table upside down real quick. Maybe that'll help it.
I'm gonna put the biggest hole in this wall in the world. You know what I'm saying?
And I know that um, some of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life came whenever I was angry. Not one time did I handle a situation with anger. Um, it might make you feel better for a brief minute, to get that release of that anger. But not one time has it ever fixed any problems for me. Not one time has it ever helped me in the long run. It's done
Right.
quite the opposite. Actually, it puts you in situations that you have no business being in.
Lil Wayne got this song. I pick the world up and I'm gonna drop it on your head. It goes to controlling your universe. If I was to pick everything up that's that I feel when I get mad, if I take all my anger out on everybody that's in my immediate circle, that's my universe. If I keep taking my anger out on my universe and I put that on my back and I try to throw it, that's what you're doing every time.
Right,
You picking your universe up because this my immediate. This is everybody who I'm around every day. I come home from work, I see you. I wake up in the morning, lunch, breakfast, dinner, uh, vacations. I mean, you can name anything that you do with your everyday surrounding. But if you take your anger out on them because you don't know how to communicate, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose your universe. And if you lose your universe, what else you got? You just floating in space. You alone.
right,
You
right.
can't breathe. Your everyday gonna be a day without breathing because I can't imagine my life without my universe if I crash it. We gotta learn not to crash our universe.
Well, all the struggles that we go through and all the difficulties in our life that we already are faced with, um, this life doesn't need any help trying to ruin my happiness.
My happiness. My
So
point.
I can't be the reason why the happiness is getting cut off. I can't add to the problems. So
Right.
that You can't be the reason why the universe is gone. I promise you,
Right.
the universe is trying to leave, even if you're trying to do right.
It's the bigger universe that's gonna keep going. And just because you mad in your feelings, everything else around you gonna keep moving. Because you know what the rest of your rest of your world gonna do? They gonna find happiness somewhere else. So
Right.
why not try to find happiness in ourselves?
For sure. We got to find a way to move past that anger. I know it's the easiest thing to get to. We've talked about it over and over again. The moment that you can move past it, and I feel like that's whenever you can start trying to see some growth. When you were younger, that might have been one of the main reasons why you couldn't progress. Besides the fact that you just didn't go through enough yet to understand how it all works. But I feel like
Right.
you hit the reset button a lot more. Anytime you go to that anger place, man, you can work for 10 years, trying to become a good person, trying to become a good man, trying to become a good leader, a good father, a good friend, a good brother, a good husband, a good whatever you want to be, man. You can spend 10 years of your life dedicated to that, over just nonstop, sun up to sundown for 10 straight years, and you just become this um, perfect person that you were trying to set out to be. But it only takes 3 minutes of anger and it will erase everything that you worked for
Everything.
10 years, all over 2 3 minutes of anger.
Right. And that's a very important boy. That's a very important message. I like to watch interrogations, right? And it's certain interrogations where you see a straight A student or a person with that had everything in line in life, everything was going good, and you let one instant get you out of purpose. Purpose meaning everything that you have in life, you worked hard for. You're doing very good. You're successful. You know what I'm saying? You have everything you ever wanted. But that one instant you let take you out of your purpose, everything is gone and like your whole life is just ruined. And it's not fair, but at the same time, if we don't if we don't learn to fix anger, if we don't learn to fix rage, if we don't learn to fix ourselves, our inner self, then you can't control that then. So for men and women, I'm gonna say that. I know the podcast, what it is, but at the same time, men and women, because man, we don't need no more bodies on the street. We don't need no more bodies that's left without, you know what I'm saying, like longevity. Life is way more important than just anger, than rage, and what I want, what I say, and how I want it. And man, no, life is fun. It's a lot of fun as long as you're having fun. Don't let nobody get you out of character. And if people can get you out of character, you know what you do? You find you something else to do to replace whatever going on in your brain, and you move toward more towards that than towards what can make you lose your temper. And learn to
Right.
control yourself. Learn yourself better.
Right. I would say that that piece of information about working so hard for a goal, for 10 years or 5 years or 3 months or whatever it is, like remind yourself of that whenever you're in a situation. Is the
Right,
past 10 years, 5 years, 8 months, whatever it is the past work that I've done to become this person that I'm trying to be, is it worth losing it all for nothing? Because at the end of the day, whatever you're angry about, whatever you're about to make these terrible decisions for, they it's the wrong answer to begin with, but you're not even going to solve anything by doing it. And now you just erased everything that you try to stand on for nothing. And
right,
to me, it's not worth it, man. I put too much time and energy into trying to be a positive influence on not just me and my kids, but anybody I come in contact with, I try to bring this positivity as much as I can. And some people you meet, man, they no matter what you do, they're going to be negative and they're not going to want to hear it. And to those people, I'm still as nice as I could be, man, because if I match that energy, then they win by
Right.
pulling me out of my character and
Right.
making me be somebody I'm not. So I'm gonna just continue to be nice to those people. Maybe they'll come around, but maybe they won't. But at the end of the day, I'm the only one that gets to go into the ground. So I guess it only matters what I do in the long run as far as being a good person or not.
Let me have my Kevin Hart moment again. Cause you do a lot. You be saying some stuff sometimes. And then you be having me like, damn, I'm the one that gotta go on the ground. I gotta deal with the way my life is. Why I'm gonna let you take control of everything that goes on with my mental,
Right.
my life?
It's your
Why?
choices. It's your life. It's your responsibility. You're the one that has to lay down at night with those thoughts. You want to lay down at night and say, "Man, I had a good day. I did the best I could. I provided. I was positive. I stayed upbeat. I didn't let it get me down." Or do you want to be the person that lays down and goes, "Well, man, if so and so would have did this, then maybe I could have done that," and then you start blaming people, and then before you know it, you're depressed and you're unhappy, and it just there's too much there's too much negative in this world for me to add to it. That plain and simple. They got enough of
Nah,
that. They got plenty of that. I'm gonna
way too much.
try to add to the cup that don't have as much in it.
You seen that demonstration online where it was a glass of water and they poured what was it, Coke or something? They poured a dark substance and then they poured a clear substance. And now you have a mixture between those two. But then in one glass that's mixed, they kept pouring negative into it. It got darker. In the other glass, they poured more water into it and it got clear. So that's life. You want to be this side or this side? Do I want to pour more positivity or do I want to keep feeding negativity?
Right. That was a physical project that you got to see life. I mean,
Yeah, for real.
you get what you put in, man. You keep putting in the poison. Well, don't expect to be cured because the poison's not going to do it.
Nah, it
You
ain't gonna
gotta
do nothing for you.
you gotta go with the positivity, man. And don't get me wrong, man. Every time I get on here, I speak of this positivity, and I don't want people to think that I'm just walking around just like, hey, I'm just so happy to be here all the time. You know what I mean? Like I got my own struggles and I got my own times
Exactly.
where I got to come back on here and I hear it from my own mouth. Whenever I'm feeling bad, I'll come watch a video and be like, you know what, you're right, man. I need to get back to that. So none of us are perfect, man, but the fact that we're willing to put the work in, um, that's a big step. It's a huge step, and I just hope that we can continue to spread it. I hope we can continue to get other people on board, man, because it's a good thing, man. It's a good conversation. It's a good topic to learning experience. Every time that I have a conversation with a guest or a friend or something where we get deep into the conversation, man, I always end that conversation with like, man, that was awesome. I just learned so many things about life and about myself and about that person and about the way they handle it and the way I handle it. And there's been plenty of times where I would be faced with a problem that I wouldn't have the answer to, and I'm just beating my head on the wall over and over, and I can't figure it out. And then you start having like these deep conversations, and there'll be some times where it won't even be something that was actually said that physically, not physically, but like was broke down and was like, well, this is how you do it. There's just been some times where the moment just like lightning bolt, man, it just boom, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, dang, I don't know why I was struggling with that, man. That's easy. You just got to do this, 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 and this, and it just all fits
Right.
like a perfect little puzzle, I guess we would never have those moments if we both just sat around going, "Yeah, man, I got it all together. How you doing?
That part.
Oh,
It
you got it
takes
together too? All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna holler at you then, man. You keep doing you. Keep doing good."
it takes what we said the last was I think it was our first thing we did with the phone. And I was like, we all go to the party.
The turn up.
The turn up, yeah. And it's like, I don't know, my dog going through something till at the end of the night when he's so drunk and off his tail where he can't he don't remember we had this conversation last night. Then when I talk about it with him the next day, he like, nah, I don't know what you talking about, man. You tripping, man. Nah, everything good over here, dog. And he's like, no,
Like he just lost it, man. He just
no.
that
Come
that
on, man.
vulnerability came out. His shield went down whenever that alcohol got in there.
Yeah, but we gotta remember positive people are good people to be around because even if it's not your cup of tea of people that you grew up around, maybe that person that you talk to could be somebody like you. I mean, you can see the difference on them, in the camera. But but no, like for real, like I think you my only friend outside of my race. But at the end of the day, like I've been knowing you for a very long time, and it's like I could talk to you about anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can call me and talk to me about anything. And it's the same way I can do with my people. Don't block shields from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't block just because somebody might look or act different. And that's not just race and skin color. That's genders or whatever it is. Bro,
Right.
we don't know what can help us get to the next point in life. And the biggest thing for me is me and I just want us better. So we can be better fathers. So we can be better people and reach more people, teach more people, and create more people.
Once we realize that we're in this thing together, um, it makes it a little easier. Whenever you can look over and know that you got a group of people that want you to succeed, and
Right.
they want you to succeed just because it's you. I just want you to succeed, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with whether you're going to be doing better than me or worse than me, or they ain't none of that. And if you start getting around people that are like that, well, then you need to get far away from them because they're the ones that are holding you back. If you're around people that don't ever want to celebrate you, but they're the first ones to tell you when you messed up, then so obviously you're paying attention because every time I mess up, you're the first one I hear from. But you know who I never hear from whenever I'm on top? Something got to change with that. As far as opening up to people, I mean, I understand it can be scary and being vulnerable is uncomfortable. But I tell you like this, man, it's a win-win because you're either going to open up to this person that you care about and they're going to be there for you and they're going to show up and they're going to answer the phone and they're going to help you through it and they're going to give you advice, or they're going to judge you. They're going to talk about you behind your back. They're not going to show up. They're going to be fake. Well, then either way you win because either you got a real one that's there to support you, or you found out who the snake was before they got too deep in there. So either way, it's a win.
Watch how you communicate with people. Don't give everybody every egg. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm gonna say that you just said something. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just meet somebody and be like, "Oh, that's the person I'm gonna tell everything." Nah, some stuff is better kept. When mad day come, you know what I'm saying. That's why I say you got to find somebody you're genuine with. A lot of people you can talk to about a lot of things, but some people you do have to protect yourself. I hate to say that, but like it's the God times truth. Because with mad they come with some people, we find everybody a friend. We find everybody a foe. We find everybody to be family. When we around each other so much because we never seen them no other type of way. Ain't no telling what they could do. So don't be afraid to reach out and talk to people for help. But also you don't have to tell your deepest secrets to nobody but unless you get married.
Right, right. Well, that's something that you have to earn. I
Yeah,
believe.
that's something the person got to earn, your darkest secrets, because that can you could turn yourself from being a person who just become being an open person to people, and you didn't told too much, and now people are talking about you behind your back because you told too much.
Right.
So just watch how you talk to people and what you tell people, because you only want to give that to somebody that you genuinely have a relationship with.
That it kind of came to me as you were just talking there. Something that we never really talked about, or I never even really thought about it till just now. But being a positive person and being an uplifting person and being a problem solver or whatever kind of thing that you want to put on it whenever you're trying to do this new walk of life, or can mean different for different people, but
Right.
you you have to be so ready for letdown, because if when you're out there and you're trying to do this new life and you're trying to do this new communication and this new letting people in and this whole new everything, man, you it's not gonna be sunshine and rainbows all the time. There's like I said before, man, you're gonna meet those people who are just destined to be miserable, and those people that are destined to be miserable, nothing would make them happier than for you to join me in my misery. Like, let's sit here together and both be miserable, because there's a lot of people, man, that kind of like what we said a minute ago. If you're not celebrating me, um, you're only there whenever I fail. Because a lot of people, man, when they see people around them that are like them, and those people around them that are like them are progressing, they're leveling up in life, and they're doing the things that the person sitting next to you wishes they could do, but for some reason they didn't take the opportunity, they didn't have the courage to put themselves out there, whatever the situation may be. I don't want to use the word hate, but they strongly dislike people that are trying to improve, because it takes away their excuse that they're not doing anything.
Hmm.
So if I can get everybody around me to not do anything, well, then there's no pressure on me. Then we all made it. Look, we're all the same and we're all not doing nothing.
Right.
The last thing that person wants to do is be around a group of people who are constantly elevating and constantly leveling up and constantly putting themselves out there and constantly trying to climb this ladder. Well, then now the group of 5 people turned into a group of 4 people, and the group of 4 people turned into a group of 2 people. Then the group of 2 people turned into that one person that didn't want to do anything, and now they're left behind. So you're gonna get into a
Right.
lot of circles like that, man, and um, there's no reason why the next man can't do good. There's just no reason that anybody can tell me that if tomorrow you go to work and your work tells you like, hey man, there was something going on in the computer system, it got messed up, and now we got to send you $45 million. Why would I not be anything but happy for you? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess that was kind of a crazy what if that would happen,
I
but
mean, but
whatever the
it's
reason, man.
that could
Whatever
be the
the
best what if in the world. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? $45 million. Come on, man.
But your success in your life, man. If I call myself a friend and I'm sitting here trying to say that I want to see you succeed and I want to see you do good in life, well, then the moment that you start succeeding and you start doing good in life, well, then that's the part where I need to go, hey man, keep going. Not
Right.
like, man, you seen that dude Chris over there, bro? He acts like he knows everything. You know what I mean? Like, what am I spreading this negative for? Let's we got to stop that, man. We got to stop that as a people. We got to start being happy for our neighbors, happy for our coworkers, happy for our people, happy for the people that those miserable people that are always gonna be miserable. I'm happy for you too.
Yeah, I'm real happy. I'm happy for everybody. I'm happy for you being who you are, and I'm happy for me learning and understanding who I am as a person. Because I'm gonna be honest, man. In the last 7 years, I'm 30, 38. I just made 38. So yeah, the last 7 years, everything that I look, everything that I read, everything that I listen to, besides my other podcasts about my 48 hours and all that. But a lot of my podcasts I listen to is positivity. It's about growth. It's about elevation because you know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to help a lot of people. I want to be a business owner that employs people. They take them from a no a nobody to a somebody and they can do what they want to do after that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that person and like that's what I really love. I love helping people. Even with the job I have now. I love training people.
Right.
That's just me personally. And even though the negative, the world hit in certain ways and certain traumas hit in certain ways. At the end of the day, I can't help but say when I wake up in the morning and somebody call me with a problem, hey, if it's about work, life, or they need help with a situation, hey, I'm always running. That's just who I am. And I love that about me.
I love that about you too.
And you know what else I love about me now that I understand? I love the fact that the people I do have in my corner now that does the same for me are the only people I do it for. Because you only get one shot now.
Yeah, man. It's we're all running a race that nobody's gonna win.